What if I told you that that feeling of being lazy, well, it probably has nothing to do with you? We're about to dig into why the real problem isn't your willpower, but the system you're working in. Listen, if you've ever beaten yourself up for not following through on your goals, this is for you. What we're about to cover could totally shift how you see yourself and your ability to get things done. Okay, so let's start with something that I think we can all recognize, that frustrating, demoralizing loop of trying and then failing. It's a cycle, and just seeing it is the very first step. Does this sound familiar? You wake up one day, you're full of energy, you're motivated, you know exactly what you need to do. But then, the days just kind of slip by, nothing changes. And of course, the conclusion you come to is, what is wrong with me? You start blaming yourself for being undisciplined. But here's where we're going to make a big pivot. I want you to consider a completely different reason for that cycle. It's a bit of an uncomfortable truth, but honestly, it's also incredibly liberating. Let's just get this straight, right off the bat. The problem isn't that first spark of motivation. You had that. The failure doesn't come from a lack of wanting it. And this, right here, is the key. The systems we build for ourselves, our routines, our homes, our offices, they often demand a fuel source that is, famous for running out. Pure brute force willpower. Always, it's not just you. Even the most successful people on the planet are terrible at just sustaining effort with willpower alone. So if your whole plan relies on just feeling motivated, well, that system is basically designed to fail. So if willpower isn't the answer, then what is? To understand that, we need to look at the huge difference between a spike of emotion and a solid, reliable structure. This is everything. This totally reframes two words we use all the time. We think we need motivation, but really, that's just a spike. It's emotional, it's unpredictable. True discipline, on the other hand, isn't about forcing yourself to do things. It's about building a structure. It's reliable because it's part of your environment, not your mood. And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? The secret of high performers isn't some bottomless well of inspiration. It's just brilliant design. They are architects of their lives, and they build things so that the right choice is actually the easiest choice to make. Okay, so how do we actually do this? It's time to stop looking inward and blaming ourselves and start looking outward at the environment you've actually set up. Is it designed for your success, or is it maybe designed for a distraction? I mean, really think about your own life for a second. Is your phone, with all its pings and notifications, always within arm's reach? Do you have a vague idea to work out more, or do you have a specific scheduled time to get it done? Are your goals huge and abstract, like get healthy, or are they small and concrete? Seriously, let that one sink in for a minute. The friction you're feeling isn't a personal failure. It's a design flaw. And what's the great news about design flaws? They can be fixed. This is an engineering problem, not a moral one. So fixing this whole thing starts with a really simple but profound shift. It starts by just changing the question you ask yourself when you feel stuck. This question, it's a dead end. It's just loaded with self-blame, and it leads absolutely nowhere productive. It assumes the problem is all on you. So let's just get rid of it. Now this is a powerful question. It's curious, not critical. It assumes the problem is external, and most importantly, it's solvable. It puts you right back in the driver's seat as the architect of your own world. So what do you do with this new way of thinking? You just take one small, simple action. You do not need to overhaul your entire life overnight. Just find one little thing that makes the right action harder and get rid of it. And notice the subtle but super critical difference here. The goal isn't to use your willpower to force some new difficult habit into your life. Nope. The goal is to make the good thing easier to do by removing whatever is in the way. Put your phone in another room. Lay out your gym clothes the night before. Make the good choice the easy choice. So the big takeaway here is this. True sustainable progress isn't born from these rare flashes of motivation. It comes from deliberately aligning your environment with your goals. When your surroundings support what you want to do, you don't really need willpower. You just need to show up. And that's really what it all boils down to. So forget about trying harder and start thinking about designing smarter. Look around you. What's the single biggest point of friction between you and the thing you want to do? And what can you do right now to remove it? Because that is where real change begins.